Jungle. Audio Jungle.
makadi muri Zimbabwe kusangana zvekare pano paTV yenyu pachivhetivheti patinenge tichikupai malatest updates nenyaya dzinenge dzichiitika. Pane nyaya yanetsa yashungurudza but ndinoda kuti nditange kutaura nyaya iyoyo ndozokusiyai kune nyaya hombe nyaya huru. Nyaya iri kunetsa ndeya Traore uyo anonzi Malcolm Masarira anonzi Traore ari kunzi akasungwa kwaMutare muyuthi wekwaMutare. Zvese zviri kutaura kunzi aitsvagwa anga ari kuexile South Africa. No, Traore aitaura zvinhu izvi ari muZimbabwe, hapana kwanga ari. Munhu akaita kuti Traore abatwe ari kunzi ishamwari yake yaitamba naye, but hatisinganyanyi kuenda hedu kuti sei akazobatwa. Ndo pane nyaya yedu, ndo patira kuti tinzwisisane ipapo. Pane nyaya yedu pekuti sei Traore akazobatwa. Traore aka-expose Mai Muchinguri to the extent yekuti Mai Muchinguri vakanyatsoona kuti right panapa ndapindwa muhembe, ende vakapindwa zvishua. Kuexpose kwakaitwa Mai Muchinguri ndekwechokwadi. That's why makaona kuti Traore akasungwa. Pesa apa paitaura zvaitaura, hapana munhu akamusunga kana akamuita sei kana akaita sei, aingosapota Chiwenga. Saka panda kukusiyai kuhurukuro hombe ine chekuita nenyaya dzaChiwenga.
Again, to respond to some of the points that he was putting across. But here we are also in terms of the message that you can have for the opposition. Honorable Job Wiwa-Scala is meeting with the opposition on Tuesday, the 28th at 11 a.m. What message do you have for the opposition, Elisha, as it is meeting? Elisha? Elisha, it might be far from his phone, but Becky, let me come to you. Becky, what message? I think you have seen that there is a press conference that is going to be taking place in Harare concurrently at the same time in Bulawayo. What message can you give to the opposition, Becky?
Thank you so much, Hulu. Right. I think our sister has just spelled out a bit of important aspects that need to be considered. Maybe what my own thinking is that they should come up with precautionary measures whereby they are trying to sensitize people with the importance of safeguarding our constitution and also preventing the ruling party from going ahead with their proposed resolution, that is the one to extend the term for Mnangagwa. I think that should be their goal, to try and galvanize the people to be ready to speak out and also try and challenge the status quo. But as my sister has said, that probably it is a bit premature, in the sense that ZANU is still a ZANU-PF thing. It hasn't yet become a national thing, even though we know that ZANU-PF is the ruling party, ZANU-PF is the government, and ZANU-PF is the parliament, as ED has said it, that they are everything. So basically their resolution maybe at this stage has actually been a national thing that they are now considering. So the opposition really should come out gun blazing and try to push people into standing up for their rights. I think that's what we need at the moment, instead of allowing these guys to do what they want to do. Now, there's another thing as well. I can see we are divided as opposition, and we have been affected by this centralized, the individualistic politics that we have been pursuing for long, and that on its own affects us when we see that probably our dearly or dearest politicians are not part of the team, and we feel like we've been left out. I feel like every one of us, let's join into the conversation. Let's be part of the process. For me, for now, I'm saying let's fight against this extension. This would be terrible, ladies and gentlemen. If this happens and it gets that term, nothing will stop ZANU-PF from doing whatever it wants. Nothing will stop it from pursuing their own agenda and running politics in their own understanding. I think there's somebody who said there is always merit in having different individuals coming in. Everyone comes in with their different style. Everyone comes in with their way of doing things. But what I want to see, basically at the end of the day, as they are fighting for the constitutionalism, they must also fight for electoral reforms. That will see us probably having better free and fair elections where we can express our I'm saying our views, and we can express our will. We can choose the political leaders we want. What we have seen in the past, ladies and gentlemen, is that as a nation, we have not yet enjoyed the freedom of choosing those whom we want. We have seen our votes being manipulated. We have seen our votes being tampered with, and eventually we denied victory. I'm one of those who voted 2008, and I still remember the pain of waiting for 6 weeks before results were announced. And I know what eventually came out was not what we voted for. We want to have a system of governance that respects our wishes, that respects what we want. So this should be the focus of the opposition. As they are pushing for constitutionalism, they must also push for the idea of allowing us to vote, because that one man, one vote, which was fought for, we are not enjoying it. I think for me, it's the freedom to hold our politicians accountable, to be able to call them out, to be able to vote them in and vote them out according to our will and when we want to do it. That should be at the core. And I wish that their message, Sikala, and should not be divisive. Let it be unite people, including ZANU-PF members. We want them to be part of this process. We want every Zimbabwean to fight this constitutional manipulation. Zimbabwe was not meant for one person. No matter how good you are, but you gotta leave the stage for others. Someone gave an example to say, even if Obama was good, he had to leave the stage for others. Joe Biden came, left the stage for others. Bush came. Donald Trump, with all their different merits and strengths. The good thing about term limits is that it allows us to change leaders, to express different individuals. By the way, not all leaders really favor us or they run according to the way we want, right? But when we change them, at one point in time, we will all enjoy as a nation to have leaders who actually can fulfill our different desires or who appeal to our different desires as a nation. So we must not allow this change and this change and mutilation of our constitution. So I wish these guys could focus on that and try and drill the message home. I don't know. I saw Hulu, you are trying to follow it up, and they are having another on Machiavelland. I am not understanding why we have such going on. Is it a divisive issue or is it not tribalism? I'm trying to understand why it's going on like that. But I wish that these guys can speak with one voice and they can fight. I'm even calling on Chamisa himself to say, please, you can join hands with others to fight for constitution. I think this one is just about fighting for constitution, not a political party. I think the idea is let us fight and make sure we uphold the constitution. And it is the fight of everyone who is sane and wants a progressive nation for all of us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Becky, for that. The former mayor of Harare, Mayor Herbert Gomba, has also joined us, and hopefully we can be able to hear from him. Comrade Vanyango, do you mind if I can go to Mayor Gomba? Then I come to you. He has been having a bit of challenges with his network.
No problem, no problem. Sure.
All right. So, Mayor Gomba, welcome to the space. Job Wiwaskala meeting on Tuesday, and VP Chiwenga suggesting that perhaps we need to put a ban on exportation of, of our raw materials. What do you think?
Thank you, Hulu. I hope you are hearing me.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with people coming together to defend the constitution. I think that's what we want. We want a working Zimbabwe that is democratic and developmental. My only challenge is that some of the people who are uniting may have played a part in creating this situation that we are in. Yes, we must forgive, but the challenge then is do we really have that needed capacity for those people to be able to deliver on what we want? At this moment, I would suggest that as we are trying to come up with something that can then help this country to defend the constitution, I think we must create an entity that is capable, that has got technically sound people advising that which you want united, and that which you want to be able to do things that you want. That's to protect the constitution. Hulu, most of the known politicians, experienced politicians in the opposition, contributed much to our situation. Let me start with those that were in cabinet. In around 2013, okay, let me go a little bit back. Hulu, it has been ZANU-PF's strategy to, when it's at its weakest, they would pretend, they would come negotiate, pretend as if they really want Zimbabwe. So they would nicely talk about development, nicely talk to these opposition leaders, and the opposition leaders have a tendency of giving in much. So besides people uniting, we must also understand that we are in this because of some people who gave in too much when the opportunity came for them to rescue this country. This is why we are perpetually seeking for reforms. We are perpetually seeking for democracy. Because those that we sent before to negotiate and talk on our behalf sold out. It hurts, but it's true. And the problem that Zimbabwe is going to face is to resend those people to lead you again to processes that you want, that may then strengthen our democracy, or that may introduce our own type of democracy that we want, or that may protect the constitution. The same people are going to sell you out. Hulu, in 2013, the cabinet, the Robert Mugabe-led cabinet, that had the GNU ministers agreed to the current framework that is being used.
Mayor Gomba, I can't hear you anymore. Okay, Mayor Gomba, your network is now a problem. All right. So let's just go to Comrade Vanyango because Mayor Gomba. Okay, there we go. Mayor Gomba.
Are you hearing me, Hulu?
Yes, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you can now go ahead. We can hear you now. We stopped hearing you, but now we can hear you.
Okay. So I'm saying
Yes.
Zimbabwe has had 3 opportunities for it to democratize, to reform, if our opposition leaders were not being abused or used without knowing that they were being used. The GPA had an opposition majority in parliament. No opposition minister introduced any bill that sought to reform this country. The 2018-2017 coup that was underpinned with the support of the opposition numbers in parliament, opposition members marching, had no political strategy that addressed the after coup governance systems. So basically, I'm saying if the same leaders were to lead any process that seeks to introduce reforms or democratize this country, you are bound to be disappointed as well. My call is for the people of Zimbabwe, here in Zimbabwe and
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.